مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
Hello my students and welcome back to my second video for this week. This video contains two main parts. The first part is mainly about listening and the second one is about speaking and writing. So let's go through the objectives of the first lesson. The listening objectives include two main ones. The first one is to match the given names with the statement from A to D correctly by listening to the given track with 80% accuracy. And the second one is to complete the given dialogues with the phrase in the box with 79%. Now, let's begin with the introduction of our new words. The first word to be handled today is go shopping. To go shopping means to examine certain goods or service with the intention of buying them. This person has been shopping. Go shopping. The second one is to protect. To protect means to defend. And the third one is crowded. Crowded means full of. This square is full of people. Now, let's go through these pre-reading questions. Question number one: where do you usually go shopping? Do you choose different shops or different things, or do you shop at department stores, and why not? Now, do you enjoy shopping? Why and why not? What kind of things do you like shopping for? Do you prefer shopping alone or with friends? Why and why not? How often do you shop online? And what do you buy? Now, my students, it's time to listen to four people talking about shopping and to match their names with the statements. How many persons are there here? Of course, we have four. The first name is Cynthia. The second one is Herman. Then Jonathan. And final name is Clara. Now listen to these people and match their names with their statement.
7E. Listen. B. Listen to four people talking about shopping and match the names with the statements A to D. Cynthia.
I definitely think people should avoid shopping centres. What is there to like? Spending hours standing in queues, or getting pushed around by large groups of people, or going from shop to shop trying to see which one has cheaper prices? I just end up feeling exhausted and annoyed. Personally, I believe it's much more pleasant to stay home and buy everything I want online.
Herman.
In my opinion, one of the biggest advantages of going to a shopping centre is that you can do your shopping even if the weather is bad. It doesn't matter if it's freezing cold, boiling hot or raining heavily outside. Inside the shopping centre, you'll always be comfortable. It can get a bit crowded sometimes, but I don't mind that. I also feel that it's easier to find what you're looking for because there's usually a map showing you where each shop is.
Jensen.
If you ask me, very few people actually go to shopping centres only to shop. People my age see them as a place to hang out. There are just so many activities to choose from there. You can go to the cinema and watch a film, grab a bite to eat with your friends. Some shopping centres even put on amazing events or organise indoor sports like rock climbing or rollerblading.
Clara.
It's certainly useful to have lots of shops close together in a shopping centre, but I don't think it's very good for our spending habits. You see, you might just want to quickly go to one shop, but end up spending a couple of hours walking around and buying things you don't need. In my view, shopping centres are just too huge and have too many options. It makes it difficult for people to focus.
Now you have already listened to these people's statement. Now, what is Cynthia's statement? Of course, it's number D. Cynthia thinks that shopping centers can be crowded and tiring. What about Herman's one? Right, Herman's statement is C. Herman thinks that it is more pleasant to shop in a protected and organized environment. As for Jensen's statement is B, that he believes that shopping centers offer different forms of entertainment. As for Clara's statement is number A. Statement A, that she thinks that a lot of choice can make people spend more money. That's exercise B. Now let's move on to exercise C. For exercise C, it's your turn to complete the dialogue with the phrases in the box and listen to check your answers. How many phrases are there here? We've got 6 phrases. Phrase number 1, have a point. Number 2, I am not so sure. Number 3, that's what I think. The 4th phrase is you're right. Then it seems. The final phrase is in my opinion. Let's get started with the completion of the dialogue. Okay, now it's time to listen to the audio and to complete the dialogue with the given phrases. Now listen.
C. Complete the dialogue with the phrases in the box. Then listen and check your answers.
In my opinion, shopping centres make people spend more money than they want to. They offer too much choice and make people buy more and more.
I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. They certainly give you a lot of options, but people don't have to buy anything they don't want to.
You're right, of course. But you see so many attractive shop windows that you just want to get everything. And don't forget the special offers. It seems to me that shopping centres do their best to encourage spending.
You have a point, but I think people should be able to focus and buy only what they need.
That's what I think too, but it can be difficult.
Now, what's number 1's completion? Correct. In my opinion, shopping centers make people spending more money than they want to. Number 2, he believes that he is not sure. I don't know. He said, I don't know. I am not so sure. What about the third person? Yes, he said, you're all right. He agrees with his friend's point of view. As for number 4, it seems to me. He thinks that it seems to him that shopping centers do their best to encourage spending. As for number 5, yes, he believes that his colleague has a point. Then number 6, that's what I think. That's what I think. So these are the sentences completion. Now, for the second part of our lesson, you are requested to open your student's book page 94, and we have certain objectives too. The first one is to elicit notes from the students from you about reducing the amount of waste. And the second one is to write a paragraph about the amount of waste depending on the notes which you have taken. The final objective is to answer 5 comprehension questions. Now, let me start by asking this question. How can we reduce the amount of waste? Okay, now have a quick look at this blog post. This blog post is mainly about the anti-waste event. Anti-waste event. Now, my students, it's your turn to read the blog post below and compare the views expressed with your opinion. Then you answer these questions. Question number 1. Does the writer state his opinion in the first paragraph? What's the purpose of the second, third paragraph? Then, which words or phrases does the writer use to list or add points? You should underline them. Question number 4. In which paragraph does the writer state her general opinion? And which words or phrases are used to state his opinion? Now, these are the answers to these questions. Question number 1. Does the writer state his opinion? Of course, no, he doesn't. And what the purpose of the second paragraph and the third paragraph? What the purpose of the second, third paragraphs are? Their purposes are to express an opinion and support it. For question number 3, which words or phrases did the writer use to add lists or add points? First, second, what's more? These are linking words which express adding lists or adding opinion or adding points. Addition. They refer to addition. In which paragraph does the writer state his general opinion? Of course, in the final paragraph. When he said in conclusion, I definitely think that the poster activity, the poster activity option is more suitable. And the final question is which word or phrases are used to state his opinion? He said, I would like to express my opinion. Okay. Now this time, you are requested to plan a blog post. Okay. You have to write a paragraph about reducing the amount of waste. You should use these expressions. I would like to express my opinion on anti-waste event. And you can make posters of warning and being a minimalist. Okay. Now for the homework, you should use the internet to write a paragraph about the history of the currency in Qatar.
مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.